Greetings, Neb Taharka here on January the 1st, the new year for the Gregorian calendar. And I definitely want to welcome all the individuals who are going to be watching, because we have something at the Synchronistic Human School of Enlightenment where we talk about creating your day. And when we're talking about the newness of something, or a new year, a new cycle is really what we're saying. We can create our year. It's easy to figure out what's going to happen in your year when you create it. And so it's all about starting the right way. Now, I am a firm teacher and studier of the Mayan and Olmec cosmologies. And as these cosmologies teach us how to synchronize different things that we're discovering. So we follow the synchronicities and we discover very powerful things in that process about how to expand our mind and go further. So if you're somebody that wants to create New Year's resolutions and set new goals for this year, there's a couple things I think is important for you to know, because I was an individual as well that done things in that manner, not knowing at the end of the year, when New Year's Eve come, a lot of the things that I planned to resolve were not resolved. Even though I was an achiever and a driven person, I could still look at the different things that didn't fully get resolved as I thought they would. And some of the goals that I wanted, a lot of the goals were not completed, although I set the goals big enough to make enough progress where I was happy with the progress. But I'm saying this because a lot of people today are celebrating the Gregorian New Year and now want to move into this space where they're able to accomplish the things that they want to accomplish, resolve what they want to resolve, have the lifestyle that they want to have. And I totally understand and I'm on board with that. I just think that the way we do that with this calendar is very challenging to actually accomplish. And so some of the things that I think you should be thinking about as I look at the way I study calendrical systems and how they relate to the Gregorian cycles. So on today, on the Tzolk'in Mayan calendar, it is kin number 178. And this is the 178th expression of the Creator. And so the reason why that's important, each expression has a divine purpose, right? And it's a purpose statement. And today we need to be focusing more on the mind and order. Today is kin number 178, the 178th expression, and it's called the white solar mirror. Now, the mirror opens up, the solar mirror, I would say, opens up the idea that everything mirrors itself in this dimension. And so how did that relate to us? How did that relate to me and you? Well, whatever we're projecting on the outside is, in terms of our circumstances, is a reflection of what's in the inside. And we've heard that before. But a lot of times, even though we've heard that, we try to fix the circumstance. And this is where we run into trouble. And it is my suggestion that what you do is you realize that the reflection is showing something inside of you to address. And as you address that thing, don't deny it or judge it. That's what a lot of people go into, denial and judgment. And then that creates a whole different dynamic to attract into your life in terms of circumstances. But if you can say, oh, this is great. It's not quite the projection that I was looking for or hoping for or intending. However, it has shown me some things that I need to look at inside of myself. And then when you adjust those things, you now are going to create a new projection. And 100% of the time, if you've made the adjustment and truly in your heart, and you have now projected that energy out, the circumstances change. Why? They change because you changed. And so no matter what religion or personal growth and professional growth methodology, metaphysics methodology that you use, if you understand that whatever is coming to me or whatever I see around me is reflecting something from in me, and if it's undesirable, I need to address that within myself, accept that I'm creating it. And the power of self-acceptance, when you accept that you're creating it, you have the power to change it. But if you deny that you're creating it and something else is creating it, now you got to depend on whatever else it is to change, so your circumstances will change. Doesn't make a lot of sense, right? To do it that way. So just accept that you're creating it, and we humble ourselves and say, hey, what do I need to address in me so that I can change the outcome, so I can change my reality? So today's affirmation for the white solar mirror reads like this. I pulse in order, I live in order to reflect. All right. Now, I'm a reflection of you and you're a reflection of me, and whatever I'm seeing is a reflection of all that I'm experiencing in this personal experience. And I also say that frequency equals currency. So whatever frequency I'm operating on, right, it tracks the current circumstances that I'm experiencing. So I pulse in order to reflect. So when I reflect on my experience today or my experience yesterday, or I love on a day like today to reflect on the whole previous year, right? And make the determinations on what I'm going to be focusing on in this new cycle. And I like to call them, instead of years, just cycles, because you can make whatever cycles that you want. Your cycle could actually start on your birthday. Your cycle can start on your kin number. It can start whenever you want to build your reality and the rationale that you have to doing so. It can start whenever. You can have your own, you could have the U calendar, right? But many people choose the Gregorian calendar to do this with. And so I reflect, I pause in order to reflect. So once you reflect, it reveals to you what you need to put in order. The next line in this affirmation states, realizing order. So now when I reflect, I see what was out of order and I realize what is the order of things that I need to do, the prioritization that I need to do and have for this cycle, this year, this Gregorian cycle, so that I can be successful in resolving the things that I want to resolve. And so from there, the next line says, I seal the matrix of endlessness. So once you create this order, it's just going to keep on repeating itself over and over and over. So you want to make sure it's the correct order. And if it's not, then you adjust it and keep adjusting it until it's the correct order of activities, thoughts, etc., until you get what you want. Right? So I seal the matrix of endlessness with the solar tone of intention. Now, this intention is backed by the integrity. So we did a previous video on the galactic earth, the consciousness coming to the earth and what that meant in layman's terms. But now, in this process, I seal the matrix of endlessness with the solar tone of intention. So the whole solar system, and you're focused on your solar plexus, is responding to this, right? This focus, right? And I'm guided by the power of receptivity. So once you receive the right information, once you receive the right codes and you put them in the appropriate order, and now you exert yourself and discipline yourself to follow it over and over again, you're going to continue not only to make progress, but to have success. Now, I hope that this message helps you just from a theoretical standpoint. If you're interested in Mayan and Olmec cosmology, you definitely can private message me, and I can give you some things to really look at to help you expand your mind and evolve yourself, because truly, evolution is the solution. So therefore, evolution is the real resolution. So I hope this message finds you in great health and good standing. I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to sharing more videos with you. Peace.